Everyone. The wind is blowing so bad on the water, it'll knock you down. And I need to put on my seatbelt. Yeah. So, I wore my hearing aid for one full day and I had no problems. I didn't even know it was in there. I'm used to it. Incredible. So, I'm kind of out of breath. Oh my God. How's that woman looking at? Yeah, it's in my ear right now. So I changed all my clocks, and then my favorite clock stopped working. I Googled everything that I could possibly have done wrong or whatever, and nothing worked. So I could buy the new guts, but by the time I buy all that, I could have bought a cheap $10 clock. So that's what I did. So this is what is so amazing to me. I've lived where I'm at for about 5 years, and every time we have an HOA meeting, and I know you guys are tired of listening to me, but this really just dawned on me this morning. Every time I made a motion to discuss a certain topic, I was shot down so fast. I was getting ridiculous reasons. And all of a sudden, since there's new president, everything that I brought up is now being addressed. Now you tell me what is going on. You know, the other president would shoot me down as fast as he could. And now every time, like I brought up the fact that our landscaping was awful. I said we need to have the beds mulched. We need to have the sidewalks edged. We need to have it weeded. Now we have a brand new landscape company that is mulching the beds and weeding and edging the flower beds. Okay? It just amazes me that nobody gives me credit where credit is due. That reminds me, I gave 3 months of my life to remodel my home in Ocean City where the White Marlin Open is at. 3 whole months without a kitchen because I was getting the whole kitchen remodeled. I'm talking, it was $100,000. And when it was all finished, it was beautiful. I mean, I spent almost a month with a designer designing the kitchen with beautiful countertops. I picked the ones with the same colors as the ocean, you know, the aqua, the tans. And all of a sudden, my aunt, who was the matron of honor at my wedding, she walks in with my ex-husband, and as they're walking in, he goes, "Look what I did." And I got, you know what? I'm not going to let this slide. I stopped them both in their tracks, and I said, "Whoa, I've been here for 3 months. I designed this." Yeah, so sometimes you have to stick up for your own self, right? Because nobody else will do it. They'll all take credit for your hard work. Yeah, it's a shame. So, yeah, that's been like my life. I do all the hard work. Oh, yeah. I have planted every plant in my old estate where I lived in Stafford, and every tree, every plant. Do you think I ever get kudos for that? No. So, I'm getting ready to put my mask on, and yeah, I was thinking about all the things all the reasons why the guys that I dated never got a second date. Well, one of them is because he kept forgetting his wallet. another one is because he had a wart between his eyes, a really big one, and it was not noticeable in his profile. I just couldn't get over staring at that big old ass wart. And I went on one date last year with the dentist. He had the worst breath I've ever had to smell. Because sometimes when the breath is really bad, you can smell it from across the table, you know, even with a mask on. Oh my God. Let's see. I broke up with another guy because he never ever asked me where I wanted to go. It was 2 years of everything he wanted to do. Plus, he would call members of my family and talk to them for like 7 hours. Who does that? I couldn't get him to talk to me. I couldn't. We'd be on road trips. He wouldn't say a word for like 7 hours. Who does that? God. Let's see. I broke up with another guy because he would go through the McDonald's drive-through, get himself something, and never even ask me. Yeah, that was, yeah. Broke up with one guy because he never wanted to do anything except get in the back seat. Nope. Let's see. I broke up with one guy because he kept taking calls from his family while we were on a first date. He didn't even get to know me. He probably doesn't even know my freaking name. I mean, these are just so stupidity. That's what it is. Another guy wouldn't stop talking about his colonoscopy. No, not his colonoscopy, but his colostomy bag. Yeah, that was a good one. And one guy, it was so high, he would go in the bathroom and get high. He wanted a second date. I go, no, I think you got some issues, right? Oh, let's see. Here's a good one. I broke up with one guy because he talked about his pallet furniture, his pallet business. He goes around behind businesses and picks up their pallets. Well, now I am a pallet expert. 2 whole hours of talking about his pallet furniture. I think he said he was getting like 50 cents a pallet. Well, honey, you can only make so much money picking up pallets, but whatever. I got tired of that. Never saw him again. Yep. And I never gave this one guy a second date. I'm putting my shoes on because he kept talking about his ex-wife. And that's a big red flag. Let's see. Oh, this one guy didn't get a second date because I actually got in his car, which I've never done since. I got in his car and after a beautiful, wonderful dinner, he took me to his house and I said, no, I don't want to go to your house, but he took me there anyway. And that was a bad scene. He said he wanted to cuddle. No cuddling, no. I finally got out of that situation. It's quite hairy though. So these are all these stupid reasons why guys never get a second date, you know. So let's see. Oh, I never gave this one guy a second date because he couldn't figure out 10% on the check. You have to be really mentally stunted not to figure out 10%. God forbid he'd have to do 15%, you know? Yeah, the most famous one was Lizard Man. If you haven't seen that video, you should watch it. Just put in the search menu, Lizard Man, under my channel. And he always had his tongue hanging out. Always hanging out. And he wouldn't put it back in. It just nauseated me. Yeah. On our second date, he kept showing me his wife's ashes with his tongue hanging out. Oh my God. These were the prime people on Plenty of Fish. These were the cream of the crop. So, oh my God. I'll never forget my little sister went on I think her first and only date. The guy brought a suitcase. It was getting ready to move in. I kid you not.